Football Terrace, thank you very much for tuning in on this beautiful Saturday. Of course, England play Iceland this afternoon. It's going to be, I'm intrigued to watch it. There's so many young, talented English players coming through, so I'm excited about that. A bit of competitive football back in our lives. The Premier League is 1 week away from starting. And we still have another month or so of the transfer window to come as well. Before we go any further, please smash the living daylights out of the like button for me. You can call the show as well. Skype lines are open. All you've got to do is search Football Terrace on Skype. You'll find it, no problem. Our logo is on there. We're here to talk Manchester United. 2 interesting pieces of news are circulating. The first one, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed, I will say this, he has confirmed that Manchester United have been offered Sergio Reguilon from Real Madrid, that's where he plays. They've been offered the ability to, one of two things, either buy him now or potentially take him on loan for 12 months and buy next year. The asking price is reported to be between 22 and 25 million euros. My first question is this. Do you want that to happen? Do you think it will happen? How much of an improvement is this kid in relation to, Luke Shaw? Is it a move in the right direction? And the reason I ask that is because social media has been trending. Ever since this news from Fabrizio, all I have seen is Luke Shaw and Reguilon's names both trending at exactly the same time. So I want to know what you think, Phil. 23 years of age, young Sergio is. He's played a good number of games in the league. He's an established football player, I would say now. If we look at him, I'm just going to look at here at what am I looking at here? Excuse me. I want to all competition. Sorry, something working in front of me there. Like, we've seen him play, a fair bit of football, as it were. How good is he? And I asked that question. Sorry, I had a bit of a technical fault here. The reason I ask the question about, how good is he? How well do you think he'll do? Because I haven't watched him play with any real great regularity. And I always say the same thing about players that I don't watch on a regular basis. I need you to come on here and educate me. My view is very much this. I do feel that Luke Shaw gets a hell of a lot of criticism. Like, he genuinely gets a hell of a lot of criticism as a football player. Do I have an issue at times with his weight? Yes. Have I had issues with his injury problems? Absolutely. But is Reguilon that much better? We know he's a Real Madrid player. I think he's played 14 league games, about 20-odd games for Real Madrid. He went on loan at Sevilla this season and played sort of 38 games in all competitions, of course, picking up the Europa League. How much is he going to improve us as a football team? That is the big question. Equally, if you can pick him up for a fee in the low 20s, does it pose that bigger risk to Manchester United? So that's the first area that I would love to hear your views and hear your opinions on. I truly, truly do. A comment here says, Shaw is awful. See, I think calling Luke Shaw awful is a madness. I mean, awful is such a stretch, an overstatement. It is unbelievable. I know a lot of people like to focus on the assist element. I know a lot of people like to focus on the attacking elements of fullbacks now, as opposed to anything else. And in comparison, 13 goals and 11 assists in around 10,000 or so minutes in the last over the course of the last 5 seasons. I'm not sure exactly when he started playing regularly in terms of that, but if we look at 10,000, look at the minutes he's played, you can divide that by 90. So in his last 120 games, 11 assists and 13 goals. We know that outstripped anything that Luke Shaw has done in relation to that. From a defensive point of view in that same period, 60% of his defensive duels won, 40% of aerial duels. Only 38% of loose balls won, though. Sliding tackles, only a 40% succession rate in that. Losing of the ball, 33% of the times he loses possession, it's in his own half. And then it's about looking at Luke Shaw and saying, like, is he dramatically better than Luke Shaw from a defensive point of view? Because for me, that's where we need to focus on here. And I mean this with all due respect to both players here. I want to know from a point of view. So over the last 5 years, Luke Shaw's played about 1,000 minutes more. That's true, right? In that time, this is in all competitions, 10 assists and 2 goals. So definitely from a goal scoring point of view, Sergio Reguilon is better. Definitely in a league point of view, his assist levels are better. But let's look at the defensive side of things over that time. 58% of aerial of defensive duels won. 52% of aerial duels. 47% of loose balls won. 50% of tackles, higher interceptions, losses of the ball, 37% in his own half. So that's slightly higher than him. Are we talking about a dramatically better football player? Right now, I'm saying no. I don't think we are talking about a dramatically better football player. Will he improve us going forward? I think absolutely. Do I actually think it might be a great signing so both players can push each other to that next level? Absolutely. What I don't want this to be set up as is a stick to beat Luke Shaw with. That's my opinion on this, because Luke Shaw's still going to be a Man United player next season. So there's no point attacking your own. That's a little bit weird. In relation to Jadon Sancho, then we're going to open up the Skype lines and let you come and call in. The Sancho situation is massively intriguing. There is so many reports this week in relation to the fees agreed. The agent fees are the issue. You've got Romano that said the agent fees are not an issue. Now, I trust Fabrizio Romano above everybody else, but what I always do is take all the varying degrees of information and come to my own conclusion. My main conclusion is United can get this business done. Like, seriously, United can get this business done. I've got no qualm, no worry, no problem, no other thought in my mind other than United can get this done. There are a few rumors circulating on social media that Man United want him in the UK before they complete the deal. They want to do a little bit of a Kai Havertz situation where they, make the videos, big entrance into Manchester United. You've got to. It will be a Premier League record-breaking signing. Man United will want to introduce that with a bang. There are some muted reports that next week it could be completed. It will, of course, be in the United Kingdom with England at some point, I believe. Or maybe not. Both their games are away. Someone said it'll be in the UK with England. I'm not even too sure if that's true. I haven't checked England's fixtures. I'm just going by what I read today. That needs to be verified. But the report is after international duty, he will come to the UK. He will complete the deal, photo opportunities, video recorded, and it will be done. That's what's being said. I've got a little sneaky feeling the 14th. It's just a little number that I think might be coming out. But I want your views and opinions. Is Jadon Sancho now in the home straight? Do you think this deal is going to get done? It's never by one single journalist been shut down as being a non-goer, a non-starter. And interestingly, you keep hearing the Dortmund attempt, the Dortmund side of things softened, that maybe now they will sell before they buy. They have promised him he can leave if the money comes in. Maybe now they're willing to look at more of a structured approach than they were a few weeks ago. This keeps chopping and changing. The one thing that remains consistent is Jadon Sancho wants to play for Man United. Man United want Jadon Sancho. Personal terms are not an issue. Agent fees are not an issue. It looks like we're getting close in relation to the fee being agreed. I want your views. I want your opinions. Smash the like button right now. Over 1,000 people tuning in live, which is amazing. Hit the like button for me. Let's delve into some of your comments, and then we'll answer some of these calls in just a few moments. First comment here says, when Sancho comes to Chelsea next summer, all these United fans are going to suddenly call him overrated. Well, I don't care what any other Man United fan does. I don't believe in the groupness in relation to sort of group judgment in that way. I won't. If Chelsea sign him and Man United don't, I'll still rave about Jadon Sancho as being the best English teenager since Wayne Rooney. Clip this up. That will come. First call up. We've got Christian on the line. Christian, what do you want to say, my friend?
I just want to say about the Jadon Sancho deal. I'm very optimistic that will happen. Like you said, around the 14th is a very good time to sign the guy. I'm really excited for this season.
Yeah, I mean, I assume you're a Man United fan.
Yeah.
By what you've said, yeah. I mean, I'm genuinely confident that Man United are going to be able to get this deal done. They're going to be able to bring him in. They're going to be able to get him integrated. Remember, we've got an extra week before the season starts. And, like Chelsea have done, gone and got their business done very, very early. And I think for me, I respect that in the sense of, would I have liked our stuff to have been done this quickly? Yes. But life doesn't really work like that. We've got Donny van der Beek in. He'll be with us for a start of our campaign. I think Sancho will be in before we kick a ball this season as a football club, which will be amazing. And then we probably need one more player. What are your personal thoughts on Sergio Reguilon?
I think he is a slight upgrade from Luke Shaw. But like you said, he's not majorly better than him. But also, like you said, it was good competition for him to make him work harder, to make them both better footballers. So I agree with that signing. I think it can be very good.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Williams. I think Williams could go on to be a top player. He is just very young, very raw, and I think playing a bit part this season will be important for him. Maybe if we do sign Reguilon, maybe you can look at putting Williams out on loan to a good footballing club, with a little bit less pressure on him, and bring him back next year as an example. I think that he had a good little run when he first came in. I think Williams struggled towards the end of the season somewhat. But I would, as I say, I would like to maybe just see him given an opportunity out on loan somewhere, maybe somewhere like, I'm just throwing the name out there, like a Brighton. A team that play good, that they try and play football the right way. I think that would work massively. Maybe a team on the continent. It's worked for a lot of others, like we've done with Chong. Maybe sending him out somewhere in Germany, somewhere in Portugal, just to get some solid game time, not so much media attention on him as an example, and kind of go from there. But if we signed Reguilon, Sancho, of course, and added that to man like Donny, are you confident that's enough for us going into the new season?
I'm confident we get top 4 with that, but I don't want to just settle for top 4. I want us to be challenging for the title, and I don't think that is enough to challenge for the title yet.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you in that. I think that it's from my point of view, I feel like we do need more. But I don't know if it's plausible to do that all in one summer. I get Chelsea have gone out and bought 7. They might end up with 8 or 9 players this summer. I think they're going to improve. There is still that little thought in the back of my mind, and I've had this thought for many years. Maybe Chelsea can change my opinion this year. I think if you have an outgoing amount of 7 or 8 players, and incoming of 7 or 8 players, there can be a time for that to gel. It may take longer. I think if you had 3 players now, and then maybe you had the Upper Meccano, and I'm just going to throw another name out there, Thomas Partey, if he's still at Atletico. If you add those players next year, I think you could find yourself in a position where that might work better, because it's slowly but surely, slowly catchy monkey type of approach. But either way, I think those 3 added to what we've got improves us massively, improves us defensively, it improves our midfield, and of course, Sancho improves the attack. And we all got to remember with us as well, our young players are different to that of Chelsea's. Our young players of Rashford, Greenwood, as examples, are good enough to become players that can win Premier League titles. I mean, Rashford's one of only sort of 10 or so wide players in Premier League history to score over 20 goals in a season. Like, it's rare what he's done, bruv. Like, seriously, rare what he has done. You've got like Mane and Salah that have done it as an example. We know Cristiano Ronaldo did it, but you start breaking it down, look at wide players in Premier League history who have scored over 20 goals in a season. It's rare, bruv. It's legitimately rare. So he could go on to next levels. And I think if you add the Sanchos, the Donny van der Beeks, have a full season with Bruno and Pogba, United are looking dangerous, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that, because we've got the creativity and we've got the strike force. It's just simply defensive reinforcements and squad depth is what we need. And we have that. We got that in the midfield by Donny van der Beek. But I still think we need cover for Luke Shaw at left back. I think Williams isn't a left back, he's a right back. The only reason he plays left back is because Ethan Laird in under 23s took his spot, and Brandon Williams was the captain. So they had to put him in the team somewhere. So he is most definitely a right back, but obviously I think he can be a good understudy to Wan-Bissaka there.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think we've got a lot of young talent as well coming through at the same time. You've also got like James Garner that I'm really excited about seeing the progression of him as well. Bro, I appreciate you coming on the show and having your say, mate. Chat to you again soon, my man. Thank you very much. Skype lines are open if you want to come on. And if you want to have your say, please feel free to do that. Getting computer again today. This PC of mine, I really hope I haven't got replaced this already. I've only had it a year, this gaming PC. But it's all... Oh, so it's completely frozen now. I don't know if you guys can even see me anymore. Am I still live?